mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Kicks it to Dunley. And stolen by Splitter. And here they go. And the jam by Cephalosha.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
From deep, Brooks. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
The big men are Gibson and Noah. Then it's Brooks. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Holiday in the shooting guard position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. A look at Chicago. And, of course, there's the Bulls. They're tied right now. Bulls trail by 4. Brooks, the pass to Gibson. Noah with a screen for Brooks. A three-pointer off the mark. Hawks shoot has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Here's Schroeder. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. So for the Bulls, Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Rose in for Aaron Brooks. Then for the Hawks, Kent Bazemore's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. Horford kicks to Teague. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. It's blocked. And they'll keep possession. It's stolen by Rose. Portis, the best to Gasol. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Justin Holiday.
Doug McDermott.
Now here's McDermott, guarded by Korver. McDermott can't get it to go. And now here comes Teague leading the break. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Butler passes to Portis. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got his third rebound on the night. Bazemore dishes to Teague. That's a 2 from Korver. And Bazemore kicks to Horford. Horford with a screen on Butler. Right side Millsap. And here's Korver from the arc. But they recover it. 5 to shoot. Horford the pass to Millsap. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Oh, and the jam by Rose.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record.
McDermott can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 7. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Chicago calls timeout. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And in that game, they did damage in a variety of ways. They were more or less unstoppable offensively.
Showed off all of their weapons and resources at that end of the floor. Really just put on a marvelous show.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Dunleavy comes in for Portis, and Moore subbed in for Jimmy Butler. The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And stolen by Scott. Hardaway from outside. They get it back. Bazemore. Again, the Hawks score.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Moore. Teague kicks to Hardaway. Now Scott. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one drops. Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Gibson comes in for Mirotic. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Jeff Teague. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Brooks.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Gibson the screen. Back to Moore. Scott pulls it in. Atlanta leading by 9. Here's Hardaway. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
And so we conclude the first half. Hawks ahead. They lead by 13. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. On the court right now for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the 3. Good. Rose has got 5 points so far.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And they're running. Here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
And Bazemore kicks to Korver. And the dunk by Horford.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
For Atlanta, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. And he makes both free throws. Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Bulls trail by 11. Butler dishes to Mirotic. There's Rose with the 3. The kick outside to Butler. Here's McDermott. That's short off the rim.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Outside Rose. Butler on the wing. Back to Rose. McDermott kicks to Rose. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Here's Millsap. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
From deep. And the Bulls get it back. There's Rose with the 3. And again, Chicago, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
So for the Bulls, Portis comes in for Mirotic. And Moore subbed in for Rose. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Splitters checked in for Al Horford. And again, Chicago, no good. Atlanta leading by 18. Here's Korver. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Moore to halt the run for Atlanta. They've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Bazemore for 3. Into the Bulls, shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the 3rd. Teague for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Very tough loss for them last time they played. I mean, in the end, the amount of trips to the line they gave up did them in.
And, Greg, they deserve a lot of credit for being aggressive, though. I mean, they got to the line a bunch.